right, so look, we're gonna run through some of the most flagrant stuff from the Young Thug interrogation footage. I did a whole
flagrant. Like, I wish people could use these words for me. Like, some of the flagrant. What are some of the nastiest confessions? Like,
Right.
like, no, I mean, like, I was getting words like flagrant and shit. Like,
it is the most flagrant. I mean, it is pretty flagrant. All right. So I did a whole documentary about everything. I broke it down. Now look, I don't know if you know this, yeah, but I really was the first person who brought the snitching thing back up for Thug.
I didn't know that.
I actually brought it back. I was the first person to do it. So I'm gonna show you the video. So basically, that interrogation happened in 2015. They held on to it until 2023. Thug actually reintroduced that in the trial to basically try and defend himself. So the plan was, Brian Steele was basically using that to basically say, look, he's on this interrogation talking about he's not a blood. We want to introduce this as evidence in the YSL trial. He fucked up thinking that interrogation footage was going to help him to say, oh, look, he's in here saying we're not bloods. He's in here saying we don't gangbang. But he fucked up because when he tried to introduce it at trial, that's when it leaked. But nobody picked up on it back then. All right. So I ended up picking up on it. Okay. I was basically the first person to actually bring it back. So I'm low key responsible for what happened. I'm not going to lie. So let me pull it up so that you can see, right? So you'll see for the first time how I kind of did Thug. D-Rat Thug. So this basically was ground zero for it to all happen. Did Young Thug snitch? Full interrogation leaked, all right? So you'll see how it all came out.
Okay, people, I've got a spicy one for you today. Today's video, I'm going to be asking you guys a question, okay? It's a very simple question. What is snitching? Okay, because I must have it wrong. All right, I must have it wrong. I've talked a lot about Young Thug. I've talked a lot about Gunna. Everybody seems to want to put this snitch jacket on Gunna because he took a plea. All right, he took a plea. He admitted YSL was a gang. He said, yes, ma'am, and he got himself out of jail. Now, I'm just so confused because everybody, especially Young Thug, has been saying over and over and over again that Gunna is a snitch, okay, and that Young Thug isn't. But Young Thug took a plea as well. Now I've been saying this, and this makes a lot of people go super quiet, okay. But I've been saying if Gunna is a snitch, surely Young Thug's a snitch too. He took a plea. He took a no contender. He took a no contest plea. Gunna took an Alford plea, and these are really two pleas where you're kind of basically accepting your charges, you're accepting your fate, and you're accepting the sentence that comes with it. Now, people have been on my bumper. They've been saying, yo, Young Thug's not a snitch because he took a plea. Gunna is a snitch because he took a plea. And the basis of that seems to be this one recording of Gunna in court that I guess was secretly recorded of him saying, yes, ma'am, to these charges. And when the state said YSL's a gang, he said, yes, ma'am. When the state said the drugs in the car were not yours, he said, yes, ma'am. Now, apparently that's snitching. To me, I thought snitching would be if you're in the interview room, you're being interrogated by the cops, and you said that somebody commits a crime. Pleading no contest and saying the drugs weren't mine, I didn't think that was snitching. All right, taking an Alford plea.
You think Gunna's a snitch?
Nigga, yes. Like, do I think his own people, the people who signed him, the people who put him on, say he ratted?
But he just all he did was, I'm gonna defend Gunna real quick. All he did was take a plea.
No, that's not just taking a plea. I'm explaining it in the clearest way, right? Clip this just so you could believe that. I'm gonna put you in a situation so real, right? A real situation that Gunna was put in, so you know how Gunna's a snitch.
All right, break it down.
Me, you in a car, right? There's drugs in the car. There's drugs and a gun in the car, right? The cops pull us over. You're driving. I'm in the passenger seat. They pull us both out the car. You go one way with one cop. I go the other way with one cop, right? The cop says, hey, ask me, right? Asks you first. The cop asks you, hey, Trap, there's guns and drugs in the car. You're like, what? There's guns and drugs in the car? There's no guns and drugs in the car. You act completely oblivious, like you don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're talking about. No, we're just driving. It's actually a rental. You know, we just picked it up. Like, if this there, that's not any of ours, right? You don't say nothing, right? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I go, right? And they ask me, and it's like, yo, there's drugs and guns in the car. And I'm like, listen, they not mine. I know they there. I know we both there, but they not mine. You know what I mean? You say, you have no idea there's drugs in the car. You're like, you act oblivious. Now, right? We both get locked up. We go to get arraigned. I get a bill set at $75,000. You get a bill set at $50,000, right? Whatever. Now I tell you're like, yo, bro, we gotta go to trial. We gotta fight this. You're gonna get 7 years. I'm gonna get 7 years. Let's just go and test our fate at trial, right? We could beat it, bro. If you just say it's not yours, if you just say it's not yours, I say it's not mine, and we both say we don't know how it got there, we go to trial, we win, right? We don't tell on each other. They gotta prove that those drugs was there, and we put them there, right?
Yep.
Now I say, bro, I'm not taking my chances at trial. I'm gonna plead out. In my plea agreement, they make me state, I knew them drugs was there, but they weren't mine. And then you go to trial. Even though I don't got to testify on you, I confirmed with my plea that I realized that on that day we got stopped, the drugs were in that car, they didn't belong to me, so who else do they belong to if they don't belong to me?
Here's the problem. Here's where everybody keeps getting this wrong. There was another guy in the car. They had a fall guy. So when 21 Savage is on the phone to Young Thug that got leaked, he says he did what he's supposed to do. You were all supposed to put it on the fall guy, and even Thug's like, yeah.
Now you're throwing it off and making an excuse how to snitch, right? Right?
Okay.
Look, you see what I'm saying? Now you're saying, yo, you just should have snitched on the fall guy. So it's okay to snitch, but snitch on the guy who could be less accountable. What happened? What happened?
Let's say you and...
So now there's rules on snitching. You can snitch, just don't put it on none of the main guys. Don't put it on Gunna, don't put it on Young Thug. Put it on the fall guy.
No, but let's say the fall guy...
No, now it's let's say, right? You just give me scenarios.
No, let's say the fall guy...
So,
no, but this is what happened. This is what happened. The fall guy basically said, yo, that shit's mine. And the feds were like, nah. And he's like, yo, it's mine.
All right, so
I'm gonna pull that out.
You're just giving me different scenarios and say, no, look, this is what happened. At the end of the day, right? You just said 21 Savage implicated, told him, no, you guys should have snitched. He did the right thing.
He said Gunna did what he was supposed to do.
Okay, now watch this. So you're gonna give me mass scenarios. You're gonna take it all the way from Pluto to Mars back to Earth, right? He snitched. The gang then stays, right? No, watch this. Watch this. The gang then stays, right? The judge says, hey, Gunna, are you ready to take your plea? Right? No matter how you try to wiggle your way out, hey, he says, yo, is YSL gang? Yes. You just stated 10 minutes ago, Brian Steele introduced this interrogation video to show the jury that Young Thug's 2015 interrogation, he was saying to the cops, we're not Bloods. There you go, Gunna, implying you are a gang. Brian Steele is using the defense to say we're not a gang. And this is my client saying in an interrogation video from 2015 that they're not a gang. But Gunna is saying, yes, Your Honor, yes, ma'am. Is YSL gang? Yes, ma'am. Did YSL commit crimes in furtherance of the gang? Yes, ma'am. On the day of this, did this happen? Yes, ma'am. So now, you take a plea, you go home, right? Who's sitting 300, 200 days on trial? Trying to defend that they're not a gang.
Thug. And all them guys.
So now Fulton County, right? The lady, she got, how many convictions she got when that reporter went up to her and said, yo, how do you feel? And she's like, well, I got these many convictions. There's people to you that want to keep Atlanta streets safe, right?
Yeah.
I convicted this person, that person, this person. I got clean streets for 2-3 years, whatever she said in that video, right? Who's those convictions she's talking about? Gunna, right? She doesn't matter how she got them. She got those convictions.
Yeah, it does count.
Right? So again, Gunna confirmed that YSL was a gang, which is telling because they're fighting for their life. 200 days on that trial. There's judges getting fired middle of trial, right? For misconduct. And you have Brian Steele submitting evidence into the thing. Was that interrogation saying, no, this is not a gang. No, we're not a gang. We're not a gang. And this guy's confirming it is a gang. I don't give a fuck how you wiggle it around. So you got to go to Young Thug now and say, yo, Young Thug, no, it didn't go down like that. There was this, the thing. Listen what 21 Savage said on the phone call. Listen, you guys just snitched wrong. Y'all didn't snitch the right way. Y'all snitched the wrong way. I slipped through in the fall guy. It's crazy to you. That's not crazy to you?
I thought that would run, to be honest. I thought the fall guy narrative would absolve Gunna of his snitch allegations.
So basically what you're telling me is the Fall Guys scenario would have been a better way of snitching.
Well, it was a pre-agreed snitching. Is it snitching on your homies if you all say, "Look, I got no prospects. You guys are getting money in the streets. Just put it all on me. Snitch on me." I heard that there's dudes. I swear, Munchie B was telling me.
That makes it okay.
Munchie B was telling me there's dudes in LA that you can pay 100K and they just sit down for a couple of years, take your charge.
So that makes it okay. So there's rules now. You gotta have permission.
I mean,
You see how stupid that sounds?
but it's like, I thought the problem with snitching was like you betraying your guys, you're out doing crimes, you going on drills, you was going on the drills,
Yeah.
right? And then you betraying, you're supposed to be in it together and you're betraying them. But like, if you pre-agree that like, oh, this guy's going to sit down, we're going to give him 100K, he's cool. Pee Wee Roscoe, he was supposed to sit down for 250K in a Porsche. So it was like, yeah, cool.
So basically, there's different rules now. So now it's rules, there's 100Ks, Porsches involved, houses, Fall Guy. You just gotta snitch the right way.
But I thought that would make it okay because the gang's in control of that. They're in control of what's going on.
It's in control.
Yeah.
You know that sounds stupid as fuck, right? Like, I don't know how this makes sense in your head.
I feel like in Atlanta, it makes sense.
Now, let's talk about me, right? In Atlanta, yeah, Atlanta's fucking the number one state for AIDS, right?
Oh, man.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, that's a fact.
I ain't heard that before.
Look it up. It has mad HIV, fucking dressing as women like Young Thug does, fucking guys, and then go fuck their girl, and that's how they spread the HIV.
Man, you're wildin', bro.
I'm
Wait,
wildin'. I'm
is it
spitting
true?
real shit.
So, whoa, no, it's true as well. It says, according to the Georgia Department of Public Health, as of 2020, HIV in Atlanta was 594 per 100,000 people, significantly higher than the national average of just 18 per 100,000 people.
Listen, so
third highest in the nation.
So yeah, of
That's
course.
wild.
So
I didn't
I
know
said
that.
it's snitching okay if you do it the right way. Put it on the Fall Guy, offer him a Porsche, Ferraris. Now I don't get it. There's like some crazy snitch rules, right? You get a Porsche, you get a car, and
No one offered you a Porsche.
right? This is crazy. So of course they will have different rules because their rules are fuck men and they go fuck your girl. It's statistically proven right there. Right?
All right.
Now let's go back to me, right? Let's go back to 6ix9ine because everything is about 6ix9ine.
Mm-hmm.
You stated I'm going on drills with niggas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now I'm doing drills, I'm committing crimes, right? It's a loyalty thing amongst brothers. We all in this together. We're gonna go rob these, we're gonna go shoot at these, we're gonna go do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's disloyal first? I don't even know why you gotta think about it. Who's disloyal first? Name one disloyal thing I did to my game.
No, you're going to say Shotty smashed your girl. Is that true, though?
Even if it wasn't true, right? Just say this is true.
Because people have disputed
No, of
the
course.
truth of that.
I know you're gonna try to wiggle your way out, but I got you such in a tight corner that it's just clear as day.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best.
Try your best. Just take out the bitch out the window, right? Open up YouTube and play the wiretaps. How you gonna get your way out of that? And I want you to hear it real quick, right? So who is disloyal first? That's the question. I'll let you take 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
What's your number one wiretap? This one where he says he's going to shoot
I don't
you?
know which one you played.
What's the hit?
And it's embarrassing that it's not only one. There's multiple, right?
I feel like this is the one you talk about.
Blood. Hello?
I don't give
Yo, problem.
Just play the white stuff. Let's take Shotty fucking the bitch away, right?
All right.
How do you get away with this?
All right. We got the wiretap here, man. This is him basically saying he'll shoot you in the wiretap with Melmo. But let's hear it.
No, we don't even hear it. You just stated what you know is in there, right? Well, we're gonna hear it. Well, let Trap Lord Ross community hear it.
Yeah, let the people
how do
hear
you
it.
justify? How do you say, oh no, who was disloyal first? What if the feds weren't involved? Would I know about this wiretap?
Well, here's the thing, right? You talking to me, I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with no gangster activities. So I'm actually always been with you on your side. But trying to play devil's advocate for the streets,
Yeah.
people would say that like if you was really going on drills with dudes, like you should have been adhering to that code too. But then you're basically saying they betrayed me and like that made it okay for me to turn on them. But then surely that kind of made it okay for like Gunna to do what he did to Thug. Because
we're not talking about that.
he sucked like you got sucked into all this gangster shit.
No, but listen, there's no way how you try to distract it and take it to so many ways to confuse the people. Young Thug put Gunna on. Is that a fact or not?
Yeah, fact.
So Gunna ratted on somebody who put him on. Who put these bloods on?
You.
Who was sleeping on the carpet?
Them.
Right? So why be disloyal to me when I put y'all on? You can't bring Gunna in this situation because Gunna was made. Remember, God made you, but I helped, right? right?
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's a bar.
So let's talk about this. Gunna, don't try to wiggle around, confuse people.
All right.
When did the disloyal? Who was disloyal first?
They was
wait.
the
Because when the trial could have came out, 6ix9ine was kidnapped after he violated one of the members. That never came out. When did 6ix9ine was ever disloyal to one blood member? They got greedy, right? They were money hungry. They were power hungry. So who was disloyal first? I'm still waiting on the answer. I'm not trying to make you give me, just say you, Danny, and I have ways to prove it. Enter my docket, enter the trial. You have a whole laptop with 7 windows open. You can open 18 more windows. Find where was I disloyal to one member.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I just feel like
who
for
was
me,
disloyal first?
No.
I don't know why it's so hard to answer that question.
they was disloyal first.
So why do I have to be loyal so let me ask you something. So they can be disloyal and I just have to follow an unwritten rule. That sounds stupid.
No, that's
so
stupid.
it's like 6ix9ine, be stupid.
All right, let me ask you this then. All right,
ahead.
I'm gonna try this one. So they was disloyal to you first. Arguably,
Remember, we took out the girl, right? What if
Forget the girl, forget the
All
girl.
So what about this?
but part of the reason they were
Bring
so
up the kidnap video.
No, but I'm gonna talk about this. I can't really. My point doesn't really make sense in this context. You definitely walking me down, but like,
I walk everybody there.
no, but
not just you.
I'm trying to defend Gunna hard.
That's what I do.
Right.
That's really what I do.
Now the reason why
I hate him, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm so hated because look, I'm Spanish, bro.
that's a big part of it.
It's the biggest part about it.